Hello, hello, hello for those joining in. Hello. And just let me and Shallu know down in comments where are you calling in from. And if you're calling live, put hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. So, you know, it's a great gift. Being a mentor and having students is a great gift. And and when you get to work with students that are passionate, that care, that want to grow, want to develop, want to serve, and have enough humility to explore what is it within them that is preventing the learning flowing from within, the technique flowing from within, the session flowing from within. And when you have a student that embodies this willingness to learn, to grow, to develop, it's such a joy as a mentor. It's such a gift as a mentor. And today I get to hang out with Dr. Shallu Sharma. And she's a scientist, she's a mother, she's a wife, she's a professional, she's a coach, she's an educator. And I feel she always knew that she was going to go on this path, but she just needed to have the right hand hold her and take her and say, "Come here now." And there was a remembering that happened in her awareness as a result, where she remembered who she was. She remembered how maybe even as a mentor and a student, that this is not the first time we have connected. And this was a reconnection of maybe many, many lifetimes. And in this one, it was for her to step into her potential, her power, and become the mentor for other people, which she already is. Become the coach for other people, which she already is. I mean, she's already a mother. So she's already doing this day to day all the time. And she's such a support to our alumni. Alumni turn to her, reach out to her. She reaches out to them. And she creates spaces where people feel safe enough to be themselves, free from politics, free from agendas, free from personal preferences, with sensitivity. So Shallu is like the whole package. She's an incredible human being. She's an incredible soul. She's fulfilled so many roles in her life. And today she's going to get certified as an inner child matrix practitioner, where she gets to work with people professionally and help them kind of gently peel away the layers of what's no longer needed, the inessential, and to open into the essentialness of one's nature, one's truest self. And it's such a gift to hold her hand on this journey. So it's my pleasure, it's my honor to award you ICM Practitioner. How are you feeling?
Delightful, very delightful. And just coming from you feels like a complete circle. And you rightfully said, probably I never had the mentor who could trust me and help me reach where I did. It feels like a privilege more to say, because there's so many of us lost on the path waiting. I think I was lucky enough to have got that chance, and I really wish that that chance gets given to plentiful whosoever is waiting. I feel very delightful today. Very delighted.
Beautifully shared, Shallu. And tell me, Shallu, what did you yourself get from ICM training? Like, what is it you feel you received?
It's a long thing. If I just give me a moment to compose, what did I get from ICM? Because Dr. R, I'm a spent person. I've spent my life trying to understand uh, why people become what they become. And somewhere in that spentness, I think I realized understanding, intellectualizing was never enough. And with ICM, what I got, one of the things was to be able to sit with the story of that person, to validate that story and see them for who they are. And in doing that, I had to do that for myself. I had to somewhere unpeel compassionately in choice, in self-empowerment, the parts which never saw the light of the day. So what I got is plentiful. I think I'm discovering the essence of myself as a practitioner. But in discovering that, I'm also unlearning what I'm not. I think that's more important rather than aiming or a quest for what I'm becoming or what I'm getting. It's a process which is gently taking away what I'm not. And in that, what's coming up is truly probably what I am. And ICM gave me that. That framework was wild. It wasn't easy. It's evolutionary, I would say. It's evolutionary. The
Yeah,
connection
beautifully described.
wasn't it wasn't organic. There were so many barriers, but when it happened, uh, it was life changing. It just got imprinted in my DNA, and it has never become the same. And I did not need years of therapy for it, you know. I remember my beloved, my most rightfully placed senior practitioner at that point in time, and that was the beginning. It's evolutionary. It's changing. It's changing, and I'm in acceptance of that.
That's beautiful. And you've, of course, worked with other people as well. So, what are some of the things that they have received from you when you've given them Inner Child Matrix?
Mm. So I've had the privilege. I would not disown it now. I've had the privilege to work with simpler or embryonic clients, or what you call the clients who've had deep traumatic histories like domestic abuse, or presenting with typical trauma responses, which can be really a task when you want to begin with them, or certain labels like depression or adjustment disorders or PTSD and anxiety. Each has its own outcome. Each of them take their own time to connect, and that's the beauty of ICM as well, because it's so diverse. You don't have to, you can customize it as per the client, visual, feeling based, whatever, and even the methods and tools to get to there. Nevertheless, I feel the biggest win the client says or reaches out is says when, like, after 2 or 3 sessions, and it could be maybe 6 sessions for some, after 10 or 11, uh, they come and say, they reach out in a private message when the next appointment is. They're like, I really feel I do not want to work on anymore. I think I'm done. I think I've arrived. And they say I've healed. So I won't know in categorical terms as to what outcome. I think they come in for that, to find something which is missing, which is not able to access. And it depends. There's no breakthrough. There are multiple breakthroughs in a session. There are multiple physiological changes in a session, and I can't recollect them. But there's so many of my clients when they come back, and I'm sitting in awe, like, okay, yes, I I believe you, and it's so awesome to witness that. Um, like, one example that comes to my mind is, of late, before last year, I was working with a lot of shut, like, trauma responses of freeze and fawn and running away. So that when you would begin the session and you would ask simply something around, so what are we working on today? This is what we covered. And the client would just freeze, say, I don't know. It's okay. Can we cancel? And they deflect and they do other things. And from there to arriving at a space where they say, I'm home in myself. I know what I believe in saying. And physiologically losing a couple of kgs of weight, having lesser of sleep medication, having no suicidal thoughts. I think I don't know what else to say. I normally work with the outcome-based state, so uh, I never make a note of like what we achieved in the session, but what they achieved is okay for me.
That's beautifully described. I love that. And now that you've got this, you've already got certified EFT practitioner along with many other certificates. What's the plan? Like, what is it you would like to do with this?
So this year, since I have more time at my hands, I would be working on expanding my business, connecting with the Reconnect space, going full throttle as to what I need to do with respect to soul from September onwards. And I think my clients are waiting for me. There's no iota of doubt as to I have to find them. They're going to find me. It's just that I need to just be visible in proper way and proper channel. And I'm very confident about that plan. I am very optimistic about that plan. And I know you'll hold my hand there as well because we have this beautiful program, Soul to Soul, and my other mentors there. So I'm very, very hopeful and excited about this new year.
Wow, so beautifully described. I love how you've done that. And if anyone is watching this and you want to connect with Shallu, I highly encourage it because she's going to hold a space where you can be yourself. She's going to hold a space where she listens deeply to the words behind the words. And whether you're a parent or you're an adult or you're someone who's at a crossroads in your life and you don't know how to navigate something forward, or maybe you're kind of gripped by overthinking, you're gripped by the war zone of the mind or self doubt, and you just need a space to know you're not crazy and you're not going crazy. But there is a way forward. I highly encourage you to be in touch with Charlie. You can just post a me below this. And so, Shallu, like if you had to, give us some words of wisdom or you had to give us some insights, what would you give us?
Wow. This always comes as a bummer for me because like I'm nobody to give wisdom to anybody or share. However, whatever has arrived in my plate is by sitting with my clients. So this opportunity, I would just say thank you all of you whom I've worked with, and thank you for uh, opening yourself up in the ways and places wherein I could learn and you could learn and we could walk together and arrive at where we wanted to arrive. So when the people who sit opposite me, not against me, opposite me or besides me, when they learn to see themselves differently, and when they learn to see and meet themselves more, uh, is the win that I see in them. And that's the wisdom I have. We just have to find the courage to keep meeting that. And when we don't have that courage, we have to just find that courage with the people that we know. Uh, and nobody imparts wisdom to anybody. The only wisdom is show up, show with courage. And if you don't, it's okay also. There are places you can find courage at. That's simple, I guess.
Such exquisite description, though, because it is simple, you're right, but life can sometimes make it complicated. But I love the humility that you have, where you're kind of honoring all your clients and letting them know that, you have taught me and I have learned from you. And that's the perfect space to be as a professional where there is no one who is inferior or superior or better, but everything is same.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, absolutely. And I've learned that from you. And that's one of the things that you caught me in the very beginning of when we were working. So it's,
So from my heart to your heart, I honor you now. And I
and
pass
I,
the baton on to you now, because you are my student and now you're stepping into your own mentorship. So, you know.
I take it, Dr. R. Really
Lovely.
graceful,
That's
really
the
graceful.
best thing you ever said. Beautiful. Well done. You're ready. You've arrived. That's it. It's game over.
Took a long time, but nevertheless, and it's
Well,
been quite a wild
sometimes
ride.
journeys take as long as they're going to take, but you did it in this lifetime.
Hopefully. Until we meet again.
Until we meet again, which is I'm sure is going to be very soon. So I want to
Yeah.
thank everyone who joined. I want to thank Charlie with all my heart and my soul.
Thank you, Dr. R. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And may all the inner children in all the worlds, in all the places, find their way to freedom. May they find the kind of work that Shallu does. Whatever they've been affected by, sexual abuse, domestic violence, relational problems, health issues, may they do the work, on their own inner child and access freedom and soar in love. Thank you.
Yes,
Hey,
the inner child through another
inner
inner child.
child. Yeah, exactly. Lovely. So anyone who joined us, bye from all our hearts. Take care. Bye.